Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics, where this is part 2 of getting an engine and transmission ready for the 81 Gold Z28. Last video was getting pretty long, and I had to explain a lot what we're doing. So this video, we go back and watch the first one if you're confused on what's going on. I drug this out from sitting over here, and we're dragging it out for the transmission. The engine, 99% is no good. We don't know for sure, but it's been sitting out with no spark plugs and stuff. We're not using the engine. Transmission, and possibly the front of this, all the accessories, brackets and everything may go on the engine, which is up by the shop, that we're putting in the 81 Camaro. So we're using that engine, this transmission, and then we may need some wire connections, little stuff. The linkage rods I've taken out. I'll show all that later. Just little stuff that we may need. So the goal is to get this engine transmission up by the shop. So very, very difficult doing it with a hoist in the dirt, but glad it ain't muddy, I guess. It hasn't rained. Okay, so got a 4x4 Jeep with a trailer. So what we're gonna do, I put on 2 good front tires, but it's still hitting the lower control arms. So I'm gonna get the jack. I'm gonna jack up the middle a couple inches, slide the hoist under, put a chain from here over to here, and we're gonna lift it up. Now it's gonna be kind of difficult to do because we can't get it all out in one shot, because the transmission is gonna hit the firewall. The way you would do it would lift it up, push the car back a little bit, lift it up some more, pull the car back, lift it up a little bit. So we got to go back and forth, and we got to pull the car back by the Jeep since there's no rear end in it. So that's what the goal is right now. Then once the engine's up in the air and the car's away from it, we need to drag this car somewhere else, and then we need to back this trailer up to it and drop the engine transmission on the trailer, and then trailer it up to the shop, bring the hoist back over, and unload it, and we'll go from there. So can I get all this done before it gets dark in about an hour? Probably not, but I'll try. We could probably work out here in the dark, get some headlights going. Okay, so let me do that, and then once that's done, we're gonna hook onto this thing and drag it probably up in here, and drag it up in here, dump it, and then drive the Jeep out through here or through there. And then that's it. It can rest till it's stripped down to no parts left. Still selling parts. Yeah, got some good parts. This is the front end for the Gold Z28 here. Fenders, nose, and the hood's over there. But and then some parts we're using for the 80 Z28 if I decide to fix that. But we still got a lot of parts and stuff here for sale, and slowly but surely we're selling some of them. So okay, well, I'll be back if something exciting happens. I'll be back when we get this up in the air and the Camaro out from under it. Okay, I'll be back. She's pretty much there, guys. A couple of more inches. I think that's it. It may hit this a little bit, but not enough to tip it over. Okay, let's see if we can drag it out. Better make sure. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, she's just hitting the power steering box a little bit. That's good. Yep, that's the transmission. This is all loose. Loose as a goose, but okay, let's drag it out of the way. So I've got the trailer hooked up. This trailer, home built, but it's not built very good because one person can't lift that up off the ground. You'd think you could, but it's not balanced. The wheels and axles too far back. Very, very heavy. Got to use a jack and a piece of wood to get it up and hitched on there. Okay, so that's it. Now, I thought I might do it. We'll drive the Jeep around and back that trailer here. I have to get this, let me get this jack out of the way. I think we can come in here and get the trailer underneath. Then bring it up to the shop and get this hoist. And how I move this hoist is with a dolly. You got to put the dolly right here, pull it back, get the wheels off the ground, pretty heavy, then bring it up to the shop. Then I can come back and hook onto the Camaro and drag it in there. So let me maybe do that, because I don't know if I can get the Jeep and the trailer in here to load up. I'd have to drag this thing pretty far back, and I'd rather not be dragging it. Okay, let me do that and I'll come back. Okay, that's as far as I could back it up. Wheels hitting the hoist. So I had to loosen the jack and push here to get it up because it was over here. I should probably chain it down because see, it's, I guess it's flat there. It's sloped down here at the back. But yeah, I don't want it to roll off. That's the last thing I want to do. So yeah, this is, should have been originally a blue engine, maybe. Yeah, I don't know what they did with this engine. Swapped it around or something. But anyway, that's it. They pull the hoist out, maybe secure it a little bit, and then we'll drive it, drop it off in front of the shop. Maybe we'll drag this tomorrow if it gets too dark, because then we got to get the hoist up there too. So time we do all that, it'll probably be dark. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got it up by the shop. So I got to bring the hoist over. Here's the engine. Got it covered up, keep the leaves and dirt and stuff from getting in there. But yeah, she's all painted up. Just got to put the painted valve covers on. I got the stereo on. Yeah, let me move this stuff out of the way. I think we're going to drop it right in here or over there. The hoist doesn't have to come back out again. See, before we had to get the hoist out of the way of that one because we needed it over there. So we could just scoot it up there. But either way, this is some stuff that needs to go in the shed. We're not needing that. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, got the hoist over here. Backed up the trailer. Gonna hook up to it. It might be a little bit too close to this, but oh well, we'll figure it out. Jack it up and pull the trailer out, and then we'll start on it. The other thing we need from that engine is the motor mounts. It's got the motor mounts on the subframe, but we need these ones here, and hopefully they will line up to this block. If they don't, people do the swap, so they got to work. Something's got to work. Yeah, I'll probably leave it up in the air, take off these mounts, whatever else we need, maybe the front of the engine, and then take off the transmission and torque converter, and we'll probably put that back on the trailer or a little dolly, bring it over here and power wash it, clean that all up. Probably not going to paint it, just power wash it. Okay, let me do that and I'll be back. Okay guys, there it is. Last night I had my big floodlight out right here, so I'm going to get that out here in a little bit, but I'm going to go inside and take a shower. I'm just filthy, grungy, sweaty, sticky. She's just hot during the day. It's still pretty damn hot out right now. But yeah, we're gonna come out here later, and I said probably tear down the front of the engine, unhook the transmission, motor mounts, all that stuff. And then I got all this stuff off the car. There's little stuff that's missing, but I think I got most of this. I noticed it in the box, but we didn't have that little cotter pin. I don't think we had that spring, and there's a few other little grommets and stuff that hook into the frame, and then this I was missing that, so that shifter cable that's in there should work, but I didn't have this, and then it connects in there with a there's another, that's that same grommet. Oh, that's the other one too. That's the other little deal for that. And yeah, this thing was all screwed up, the cover that goes over the top of the shifter cable. But this clip here, shifter cable clicks in there, that holds it in, and then these go on the bottom of the transmission. 2 transmission bolts there, and then it's got a little stud, and you put a nut on the end. So it's missing all this stuff, see? So that's, you know, luckily I got a parts car or 2 or 3, because man, if you didn't have this stuff, trying to round it up and knowing what it looks like and finding it and all that stuff, be pretty tough. So yeah, let me go take a shower and stuff, and then I'll come back out here. Maybe it'll be cooler. I don't know what time it is. It's not that late right now. It's only 8:21, but it's dark. And I'll come back out here in an hour or so and see if it's cooled off. We'll get some light going and start tearing her down. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, next morning. Okay, I took everything out the front of this engine. Everything will fit on here. Bracket for the power steering. This alternator bracket fits there. It bolts in there. Everything's gonna fit. So water pump. This is the water pump here, but I think we'll use this one. We don't know if any of them's good or not. And the power steering. Something's messed up with the pulley. I should have showed you, but the power steering and alternator will work, but it doesn't have an extra deal on here, I think, for the AC. So I'll have to look at some other cars and see. This one here goes on the bottom. So yeah, it's missing a pulley. I think maybe that one's supposed to have a double pulley on it, since that one's got a double, that one's got a double. So yeah, I'll just look at another car. I got plenty of them. But yeah, I don't know, I'll probably have to take that off. That might get in the way of adjusting the alternator. But yeah, we're just gonna go old school, that way everything fits and everything. Okay, I think that's about it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up. Actually, this alternator looks kind of old. There's another one laying over there, might work. Never know, all these parts, this and the alternator and power steering pump over there that were inside the car, they might be all junk. There might be old parts that they threw in there, but we'll take a chance. Just a lot of work to put all this on, and it starts leaking or something, but yeah, we got more of them. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna clean up all these parts, paint them black. They're pretty grungy, and yeah, then put them on, and then we'll start taking out this transmission. I got a bunch of parts coming. I'm gonna go to AutoZone and get the spark plugs, but I got spark plug wires coming, transmission rear seal. I do have a pan gasket and stuff already that I bought for transmission for that one, but I never put it on. We got some parts coming. So okay, well, I'll be back with some more updates. Okay guys, I got these parts all cleaned up. Oh, what's going on? I did this earlier. It must have got all dirt and stuff on it. Yeah, we got 20 to 40% chance of rain the next few days. I wonder if it just sprinkled for a second. Yeah, that sucks. I think it was dry. But I got to do the other sides. Yeah, it's wet. I was just inside. I didn't even hear nothing. So let me just wipe that down, and we'll flip this over and paint them. And then got the two motor mounts. They will line up. I started scraping that one, sanding the fan. So I got those to paint. Okay, and yeah, I usually keep the plastic over there. I hope nothing got down the carburetor. Yeah, that's all dirty too. Okay, as far as the pulley goes, 350 on the 80 Camaro, it's got another pulley. This goes on a harmonic balancer. It's got another pulley that's taller or shorter, one of them. And I looked around, I cannot find a single pulley that mounts with this. So we're just going to go ahead and mount it, and worry about the AC stuff later. Okay, so I will I take a few other things out this. I got to take a thermostat. Thermostats are 25 bucks. So I got to take this one off, or the one off this one here, and test them, make sure that it opens and closes. And I think I got another chrome neck. We're gonna order parts like the radiator hoses, stuff like that, all for a 77 Camaro. That's what this engine came out of. So we need a thermostat. I don't know why they got so many of them, but they got them every different position coming out like an octopus. So we need one like that. That's an old style. So one like that, but we don't want, I do got a chrome one, I think, that's adjustable. And this one here comes straight up. So yeah, we want it to point that way, so we get the right radiator hose on there. So we can buy one for a 77 Camaro and not fumble around at AutoZone looking through the racks of stuff trying to measure one up. Just order one for the right car and get it. So yeah, and then I got to, what was I gonna take off? We need, this is for the heater hose. They don't matter. I buy them by the length. So this will come out here, go to the heater box, but we really don't want that vacuum on there. There is, I think there's one on here, right here. Might be able to take that off and screw it into this hole here. Okay, so we kind of need to do that. Just little stuff here before we put these away somewhere, and all that other serpentine belt system brackets and all that stuff. We're gonna haul all that away because we got enough stuff laying around here. I got to order more parts and see if I can order some power steering hoses. We got a bunch of used ones. There's some of them's been cut on these too. We got to take the starter. I got one starter that was in the car, and then we got this starter here, which doesn't look bad. Might rebuild at some point. We'll take that off, see if it fits on that block, test it out. It's got a bunch of little stuff to do. We'll get all that ready, and we'll take the transmission. I kept the lines on there, so the lines will go with it. Okay. And then I used the Jeep and moved that 77 in there. I just pulled it in there and then drove out this way. So we got them lined up, and then we got 2 spots. Well, the 80 will probably go back in here. It's still drivable until I probably rob that drive shaft out of it. That can probably go in here, and then I got room for another one, or move some parts over there. But all these parts will be on the gold one here pretty soon after the engine's in. So yeah, there's my little Camaro spot here. Okay, well, I'll be back when I get some more stuff done. Okay guys, testing out thermostat. Got a little torch here on the bottom, see it opened up. So it's good. Saved 25 bucks. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, when I need the thermostat housing, I bought, oh shit, 4 or 5 of these. This is my last one. And what's good about these, been following along, I put the aftermarket mechanical temperature sensor thing right into one of these, this big one I believe. But anyway, it's got plugs on there and you can put whatever you want. Okay, so yeah, this is same as this one, pointing the same way. Regular Chevrolet. So got a new gasket on there, put the thermostat in. Then we're gonna put that on there. So next time I order some, I'll have to order some more. But anyway, I'm gonna put that on there. I took that off the van intake and put that on there, like I said, and we'll get that on there. I think that's probably about it. The other heater, that's for a heater hose. The other heater hose, I think, is on a water pump, and it's got an extra plug there for something, but the other intake doesn't have one back. Well, that front one was, I think it's for one of these vacuums or whatever. That's where the big one was, back there. And yeah, it had a sensor right there. But anyway, I'll get some more stuff done. I'll be back. Okay guys, the starter does work, but this engine's seized, which I figured it would have been, since all the spark plugs had been out of it for who knows how long. There was last tagged 20 odd years ago, so who knows when they jacked around with it. But yeah, she seized up real good. But the starter does work. So I can't turn. I got one torque converter bolt off, nut and bolt, but of course can't get at the other two. So we're going to undo the bolts, slide it back, then take the torque converter off. Kick down cable is missing. Where was it? I thought it was over here. Little spring there for it. Anyway, I got another junk transmission over there. Hopefully the kickdown's in it, and I can take that off and use it for this one. Wherever it was, oh, right there. I know you probably can't see it. I'll show you later in the light. But yeah, this bolt was missing. There was a bolt missing from the motor mount. See, somebody's jacked around with this thing before. It's a red engine with a, I should probably check the number on there. You know, that little tag on the radiator port said 305 2-barrel. I seen the 2-barrel, I figured out it's the original engine. But it may not be, it may be a 350. But then again, it's seized up, so you know, I'm not going to do a Mortski and tear the whole damn thing apart. You know, hook it on a wrecker and drive it around the block a few times to loosen it up, all the crap he goes through. But he, you know, he does it for YouTube money, so we don't make big enough YouTube money to be jacking around with entertainment stuff. So yeah, maybe I'll check the number on it, just make sure it's 305 or 350. But anyway, let me get this transmission off. We'll try to slide it out without the engine tipping over. Probably have to put a tire on each side. Make sure she don't roll, and try to gently pull this off without damaging the torque converter or the shaft. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, got the engine pulled, or the transmission pulled, torque converter off. I took the flywheel. It may be the same. I can't line it up with the tire there. Anyway, I cleaned up the numbers here, but I can't read them last 4 numbers. But this number here says TWF, and that comes out to a 1976 350 from a pickup truck. So with the blue intake, figure, well, the Camaro did come with a 305 2-barrel. That's what the radiator support sticker said. So I think what they have done was they put in a 350, then took the 2-barrel intake and carb from the original engine and put it on this 350. That's what Art did on his 77 Malibu. Exact same thing. So she could be a 350. You know, I don't know. I do got a little borescope thing there. I can look in the cylinders, but or tear it down, but not right now. No, we got too much other stuff to do to get sidetracked. We'll wrap it up and throw it over here, and maybe someday we'll tear it apart. But anyway, just thought I'd let you know that. Okay. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys. Got up this morning ready to get some work done before it got hot, and it was pissing down rain for, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. Not heavy rain. And then as soon as the rain stopped, the sun came right out, bam, right to 95 degrees. I couldn't get nothing done. Okay, so, and it's still hot now. I come out here in maybe about an hour, see if it's cooled down. So last night, got the transmission on there, bolted on. I still got to bolt the torque converter. I got to get the kickdown cable. In fact, we'll just check that. I haven't even looked at this. Is that busted? Damn it. Might be able to save it, I don't know. That's what we need right there. Yeah, this is a transmission that doesn't work. We'll see if we can maybe strengthen that up. I'll see if it works. Might just be the plastic. So got everything on the front other than the power steering pump. I did order, did I even mark that down? I got a list to show you here. Yeah. Just the power steering pump. Like I said, I think I don't know. I think it's on the pulley's on here, according to the 80 Z28. I didn't look at any of my other engines, but to get the AC belt, because this would be the alternator belt, and this would be the power steering belt. Okay. Anyway, I got some new power steering hoses. Bought a set online. I bought a bunch of stuff online. It hasn't gotten here yet. And then they just got back from AutoZone, another 150 bucks at AutoZone, spark plugs and hoses and stuff like that. I didn't wash this transmission yet. I'm going to scrape it all up, maybe just clean it right here. And then I'm going to get it up in the air and change the fluid and pan gasket. I got all that. I reused the flywheel on this one. It's exact, I had this one off. It's exact same size and same teeth as this one, but what's different between this one and the other one is the bolt holes and the center thing is different. So this would not bolt onto that engine, although it doesn't really need to. Although these holes in the other flywheel is a little bit bigger. So I'm hoping it doesn't, you know, move or something and loosen up. Might have to put some lock washers on those 3 bolts. But anyway, the bolt holes will line up to the torque converter. And I haven't put the starter on this yet. See if it fits. Hopefully it does. Okay. Okay, all this stuff needs to go in the Suburban with all the other TBI parts, except for that. That can go in this shed here. Okay, so I rounded up basically a free engine transmission. But were they free? Here's the list. Okay, oil and filter, transmission fluid, filter, and a seal. I ordered a couple of rear seals, one for this one and one for another car. Engine paint, gasket set, spark plugs, 2 radiator hoses, 2 heater hoses, 2 belts, the intake, $50 from a subscriber, thanks again. Carb I already had, but they're about $100, or they were, probably more than that now. Headers, $100. A transmission mount, distributor I already had, but they were $50 at the time. They're probably gone up. Spark plug wires, some boots, some carb bolts, the power steering hoses. It was $36 online for the 2 hoses. I had to order electric fuel pump, but I got one for $25. 2 interior bulbs. Those little bulbs following along, $5 each they were. I ordered just 1 battery cable, the negative, because the positive seemed to be good, and some antifreeze. And you know what all that little shit adds up to? $751. $751. You see? That's why I was going to try to sell this as a roller. You know, and you think I can add on all this extra money to the buyer, where, you know, and people are just comment. I just put the other video up just now, got some comments. Oh, you need to recover the driver's seat, you need to do this. Everything's money, everything's more money. And we're trying to sell this thing as a roller, not fixing the whole thing up, making everything perfect. But it looks like we may have to, because that's about the only way I get some money out of this car. You couldn't sell, you know, and people were saying, oh, we'll use that one as a roller. This thing, if I took the engine transmission out, would be scrap value. Absolute scrap value. So not worth trying to sell as a roller. Look at it. It's beat to hell, which I don't mind if I fix it up, because I'll do all the paint and body work. Interior, and there's a black cat there. And look at the interior, and you can't sell. Look, everything, all the dash and everything's ripped apart. It's worthless. Worthless. That's why that looked better as a roller. You know, shiny rims, original paint. Yeah, I could sell that for something. This, nothing. It's worthless. Scrap metal. So that's why I'd rather fix this one up for free by selling that one. So don't say, oh, we'll sell this one. You can't sell it. It's worthless until it's fixed up, and there's no stopping point. You can't just do what I did with this one, and it's already a runner. You can't fix up the interior and then leave the body like that, or vice versa. With this one, we got a lot of stuff already done. Most of the interior was done, other than the carpet, and the body will look a patina, which some people like. So, but anyway, that's where we're at with it. So anyway, I'm going to come out here later. We're going to try to wrap up all this other stuff that I was telling you, and we're pretty much going to get it ready to put in the car. I think I can spin it. Need to turn it around. I still got the motor mounts and fan to clean up and paint. Probably the power steering pump as well. Get all that done, and then spin it around and get it ready to put in the car. And then we got to move this out of the way, this engine over here somewhere, and then roll the car up and get her bolted in there. and go from there. Okay, so I'll be back with some updates later. Okay guys, I just got home from a little short road trip, couple hours there and back, and now it's starting to rain, so I gotta thanks to a subscriber, Alvin, who gave me these seats. He's missing a bolt or something for this, but that's okay. Yeah, he had them reupholstered and didn't like them or something. You got some different ones. Don't have the backing, but I should have some. Paint them black, but yeah, they're all new foam and stuff like that. I think he said he had his friend make these covers. He also gave me an intake, and is it a Holly or an Edelbrock? Oh, it is a Holly. Got a Harley carburetor, and he gave me a drive shaft. Caps were missing on the thing, but I just went up to AutoZone to pick up some other stuff and got a rear U-joint, so I don't have to rob the drive shaft off the black one for the gold one. And let me and these are the covers for the rear. So we got a set all matching. Just have to hog ring them on there. Yeah, Alvin might have single-handedly saved this car. I thought about doing the seats for putting the seats in the gold one, but though, you know, the back seat and the passenger seat ain't too bad, but it's tan and ain't gonna match this car. So I think all this set will go in that. Drive shaft for that, carburetor for that one, and yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna put them in my shed before it. If anybody wants to, yeah, he was in South Dallas, so I met him halfway in McKinney. So if anybody's close like that, I'm at the Oklahoma-Texas border, right up 75 north. I can meet you. I can come pick them up. If you got any parts, I really need some door panels. I have to make some, or anything, you know, you see me work on these Camaros, the 67. Yeah, I worked on this morning before I left and covered it back up. Painted and put the motor mounts on, put the starter on, bolted up the torque converter, got new spark plugs in there, maybe a few other little things, but she's almost ready. I cleaned up this transmission quite a bit and tightened this up. This seems to be okay now. It was all loose. I wanted to do a rear seal. I know some people say, oh, reseal the whole thing. Well, you can buy the whole reseal kit for like 32 bucks. So I did. So we had a problem on one car there where it was leaking here. So we have that seal and the rear seal and this seal and the front seal and all that. So basically because this seal here was like 30 bucks alone. And I get the whole thing for 32. So, oh, and the transpan gasket. So we still got to change the filter and the trans gasket here. Oh, and I got the kick down cable from the other transmission. It moves freely. See, it was just this hard plastic outer thing that was cracked right there. Anyway, that'll go up something like that to the carburetor. Okay, yeah, well, I'll come out here tonight. it's still like 3 o'clock, so 4. We got a couple hours before that sun starts going down a little bit, and hopefully it won't keep. Hopefully the rain stops and get some more work done. A little bit more work. I got the transmission pan stuff and the transmission mount to put on, a few other little things, and then we can twist it around and get this thing and maybe get it in there. Oh, I got the transmission cross member to clean up and paint too before I put that. We'll have to put that in too, and change over a few wires. Okay, I'll be back later. Okay guys, out here at night, got the other engine on a little moving dolly. I need to get some more of them. See, these are cheap ones here. They don't last too long, especially outside. The weather rots the wood, but this is a heavy duty one here. Great for engines. Okay, so move that out of the way. Just put the tires, old tires, there for now. And in the morning, I'm ready to do it now, but we'll wait till the light in the morning. We're gonna roll the Z28 up underneath here. Right now I'm just draining the oil. Not much came out because when I was moving it, it tipped over completely upside down and drained all the oil out, except for that. But that stuff has been in there for, when I got the van, he said it was parked for 10 years, and I probably had it for 5, so that's 15. We'll see how she runs. Like I said, I put them torque converter bolts in there, and the engine turns over freely. You know, it should be okay. It was covered up and had spark plugs in it, compared to that engine where the spark plugs were all out of it. Moisture in there for who knows how long, and she seized right up. So I don't know what else I'm gonna put that transmission mount on. I got the transmission cross member. See, what somebody did was just spray painted over the rust. It was all flaking and rusty underneath. Had to scrub it down there with some sandpaper and put a coat of Pour 15 on it. So that'll be dry in the morning. You need that on there to mount it. Basically, we're not going to get it all running and driving or nothing in this video. Way too much stuff to hook up, and plus I'm waiting on parts. You know, power steering hoses, just transmission seal, stuff like that. They should be here, you know, in a few days, even though it's Saturday now, so 3-4 days maybe. And we got to build this core support and paint it so we can mount the radiator and stuff in there. So yeah, got there's transmission mount right here. So we're gonna hook it up. The 2 motor mounts right here, 2 bolts go through, and then the transmission mount, and then boom, it sits in there level, and then we go from there and stuff. So you know, I got the radiator hoses, 1 belt. I didn't order the other one. These are those 2 bulbs, $10 for 2 of them. Oh yeah, and they didn't have the 5/8 heater hose. There's a U-joint for the new drive shaft. I'll make a whole big long list, and we'll go over it after I mount the engine in with the mounts. I don't know, just in case some of you guys need to know the procedure and what you got to hook up. Once you get rolling, it shouldn't take too long, but you know, like I said, I don't have all the parts, and limited time. It starts raining and then it's too hot. But yeah, just all the linkages and everything to hook up. I'll go through all that. So yeah, I think that's about it. I put away a bunch of that stuff in the Suburban, all the old TBI stuff, but I kept some little shit in case I need it. We don't know what we're gonna need. Oh, that's what I wanted to go over. Okay, this is the oil dipstick, or most of it. I don't know how much you can see out here, guys, but that goes on top like that because it's a van. So when you open the van hood, you can check the oil. See? The problem is this one got some skinny aftermarket oil dipstick in it. It's not right. But I got another a 4.3 V6 block over there in the weeds somewhere. I was looking for it. It's in there. And I wanted to check on that. See if it's got a dipstick, should be the same. And then somebody said there's a little plastic gear that goes between that oil pump and that shaft. I don't know. I wanted to see that. What else? Oh, the oil cap. So here's the oil cap again for a van. So this, see, I'm all backwards now because I spun the engine around. So this would go like that. See? You can see under the hood you can put the oil in. I'm just thinking of cutting this off here and welding that to that. I don't know. I could probably round up something to stick in there for the oil, but that way we can keep the original cap, 5W30 it says on there. And then I got the PCV valve on this hole. Not sure what that one, maybe that's another PCV valve or something. That's why I kept a bunch of that little stuff. So yeah, we got a bunch of crap to do. When the power steering hoses get here, we can mount them on there. But yeah, for now I'm just gonna change the oil. As it is a new oil filter, although I got black paint on it, and put the transmission mount on there. And that way tomorrow morning we're gonna roll that up underneath here, and be a little difficult with one person, and this thing is probably not gonna roll very good. I could probably move it a little bit, and then it's gonna be difficult pushing the car backwards and forwards to get everything lined up with one person. Anyway, I'll be back in the morning. Okay guys, I got a product to show you. It's a diesel heater from Wippro, and 1.6 gallon diesel air heater, LCD display, remote control, fast heating, ideal for campers, RVs, boats, cars. There's some more stats on it. So it's getting that time of year. 7-liter tank, 40-hour run time. Well, not that time of year for us in the south, but probably in the north. It's gonna start getting cold, especially at night, and you need a shop heater. So yeah, let me unpack it here and be right back. Okay, this is what it looks like out of the box. I guess going to keep track of how much fuel gauge. I think this must be the remote. And we got some boxes here. So this is exhaust pipe muffler silencer, instruction exhaust type pipes, 110 volt transformer, and some other stuff here. So let me figure out where all that goes, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I think this works with AC plug-in or a battery. You plug in the battery wires there. Anyway, that's the AC cord. I haven't tried it yet. I gotta see if I got some diesel. This is where the heat comes out. And then this is the exhaust. Got a muffler right there. And there's a little cap filter or something on there. Not sure what here's the deals for the battery. We can try it with a battery. I got a lithium battery we can try. Not sure what all this stuff is for. To maybe mount it somewhere. There's two screws for the two screws here for the muffler to mount it, if you were to mount it permanently. But yeah, here's the instructions, and see, it says have the muffler on first, then the pipe, but the muffler holes are the same size as that. It won't slide in there, so you had to use the pipe then the muffler. And then it just says put diesel in it, and use the control panel or the remote, or yeah, battery, and then it'll work. I guess these are different models, but they're all the same. I think they got a website and everything, and then it'll have fault codes for under, over voltage, stuff like that. But yeah, that's it. Couldn't say what all this stuff is for, but okay, let me see if I got some diesel, and we'll fire it up. I'll be back. Okay guys, it takes 3 to 5 minutes to come on, and it's on. You can barely hear it. Putting out some heat. And exhaust is putting out exhaust. Yeah, hear it? You can barely hear it. So that's a 110, and then, like I said, you can hook it up to a battery as well. And it's got a timer and stuff on it to figure out how everything works. Oh yeah, I just leaned into that. That's hot. Then it says once you turn it off, don't unplug it for 3 to 5 minutes as well. But anyway, yeah, she's putting out some heat. And it doesn't stink or anything either. That's some old diesel fuel I had from last winter. So yeah, I guess you can hook it up to a battery for if you got it in a camper, something like that. So yeah, anyway, I'll put all the link and information in the description, and check them out. Like I said, it's getting that time of year. So here's the remote here. You slide this on, off, and up the temperature. It's got P1 to 10. I know it's upside down, but 10 being the highest. Okay, well, if you need a heater for the winter, that's it. Okay, check them out. Okay guys, next morning I'm inching it in there with pushing my truck. So we gotta pull it up, drop it down a couple inches, push the truck up, drop it down, so we line right up with the motor mounts instead of hitting the stuff on the way in. I don't know if it's just barely above them A-frames. So we need the jack. Well, I got 2 jacks, but once it gets in there, we're gonna have to get the jack and a block underneath the transmission pan and jack the transmission up to keep it level. As we're gonna line this up with this, both sides. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, she's almost in there. Just gotta drop down a little bit there. I got a jack and a piece of wood underneath the transmission. This one's got to go down a little bit more, so it's got to kind of tilt like that. But okay, I'll be back in a minute. Well, great. I got it stabbed in there and the 2 front motor mounts in. Just got to get the cross member in and bolt it in. But yeah, as soon as I got the bolts in, it starts raining. So it, I should have started just a little bit earlier. But yeah, okay, well I'll come back later if it stops raining. Okay guys, it just now stopped raining, so everything's soaked. I got some other work to do before crawling underneath here and hooking up that cross member and stuff. Plus a whole laundry list of stuff to do to get this thing running. So I think we'll leave this video at that. The next video will come back fresh. I'll go through the list of everything we need to do to get it running. Hopefully all the parts will come in. You know, little power steering hoses and a bunch of other little stuff there that I ordered. Carburetor bolts, stuff like that. Still missing 1 fan belt. AutoZone didn't come through with the 1 belt. We may have to measure it up. Stuff like that. So hopefully next video we can get it running. We got a radiator support to rebuild though, so we can mount that in there and mount the radiator and condenser in there. Condenser don't matter, but the radiator, we got to hook up the transmission lines, radiator hoses to have it running. I took off the bumper over there. We'll put the bumper and stuff back on there. Okay, so that's about it. Got a lot done. So yeah, subscribe if you haven't. Like, comment, share, all that stuff. We'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching.